Hi guys, it's me again, Nitrotom. Before we start with this video, I want to thank Project Telesexuality for the shoutout video, and I want to welcome all the new subscribers I got because of this. Thanks, Project Telesexuality and new people here. Alright, let's get into this. So the Savage you can buy for 1.9 million at Warstock. It has 4 seats and a top speed of 225.5 km per hour. The climb speed is 43.5 km per hour. It turns in 7.5 seconds and the quick turn is 6 seconds. It explodes in 2 low to insanely damaging explosives. That means from homing launcher to flag cannon shots, it takes 2. Explosive sniper rounds, you would need 4 shots to destroy a Savage. If something hits the main rotor, it's possible that the helicopter body gets no damage at all, which makes it possible to survive 2 rockets and still fly, if one rocket hits the rotor and the other rocket hits the belly of the helicopter. It has no countermeasures at all, but you can flare as a side gunner and probably even as a co-pilot. It also has a lowered lock-on box. This means if a homing missile is flying towards you, it will aim below the helicopter, which makes it very easy for you to dodge. The helicopter has a camera for the co-pilot to highlight players, and you can also shoot missiles. The main weapon for the pilot is the death beam, well, the cannon, and he can also use homing missiles. The landing of this helicopter is alright. If you land too quickly sideways, you will flip, but if you balance it at least a little bit out, then it will work out and you land safely. In the hangar, it's a medium-sized vehicle. Now let's talk about the weapons of the Savage. The cannon, or what I like it to call the death beam, it has 1 of it. The range is 135 meters, which is really short, and the fire rate is 1500 rounds per minute, which is the fastest firing gun in the game, as far as I know. At least for helicopters I can confirm that. Also the gun is centered, so the aiming is really easy. The single damage of 1 of the bullets is low damaging, so it equals a homing missile. The second weapon of the Savage is the homing missiles. It has 4 launchers and the missiles are the worst tracking type, which is like for every other aircraft. The range is 545 meters, the lock-on range is 400 meters. The missile speed is 436 km per hour. The fire rate is 15 rounds per minute each, which makes it 60 rounds per minute in total. The damage of those missiles is low. Now let's talk about the co-pilot missiles. They are the same as for the Buzzard. It has 1 missile launcher right. The range is 300 meters, and the missile speed is 237 km per hour. The fire rate is 30 RPM. The damage of those explosives is high damaging, so you will destroy an insurgent, for example, much faster than with homing missiles. Of course, if you always hit. So is this helicopter worth it? Oh yeah, it is. It's a monster for PvP and for player versus environment, or in short PvE. It is very good at killing lots of NPCs fast because of the cannon and the non-stop homing missiles. There's nothing that can do the job faster than a Savage. Now let's get into the PvP strategies for the Savage. Against people on foot, you can obviously just spray the cannon and they die very quickly. But you can also use the missiles from far away in case they use a minigun or a combat MG, because those weapons kinda have the same range as your death beam. And you don't want to take damage yourself, obviously, you just want to kill people. So you just shoot missiles from far away, and if you get closer you switch to the cannon. And also circle around your target. The Savage doesn't really work well if you just sit around in an area. Against armored stuff, you should only use the cannon, because the damage output is so fast you can destroy a MOC truck or insurgent very quick. Well, the MOC truck takes a while, but everything else gets destroyed very fast. If the armored vehicle has weapons, like for example a tank or insurgent pickup custom with a gunner, fly above them and then just sway back and forth so you have a very steep angle downwards, and then just shoot them and repeat until they are dead. This also works against Strombergs and Ruina 2K that are from the VIP mission fully loaded, so it also counters that crazy car. Against the Deluxos you have to utilize the buzzard strategy where you just fly backwards and spam missiles and then turn around, fly further away and spam again. But if you have time to climb above them beforehand, you can pretty much do the same as to the armored cars. If you can prepare yourself to PvP at Deluxo, I would recommend this method. Otherwise fly backwards and hope the Deluxo guy is just bad and gets it. Against Oppressor, like with the buzzard, you really want to stay at the same height as them, because their missiles will keep missing, but if one is hitting, then usually the other ones will hit too, because the helicopter is moving around a lot and not like you want. So you always want to keep the same height. When the Oppressor approaches you, you use a cannon and try to hit the bike. If you miss and the bike is passing you, you turn around and spam the homing missiles, and then use the cannon also and hunt them down. Against other helicopters, spam homing off missiles. If you think you get too close to their range, you rush towards them and spray them with the cannon. If you fight a Hunter or Havoc or pretty much every attack helicopter, try to have the height advantage beforehand, because you can't really outclimb anything except the Annihilator. Against planes, you use the missiles to make them circle and use the cannon to just destroy them. You can also fight dive bombers, like you sway back and forth and just keep aiming up. But it's really hard to get the timing down for this, because you don't know how long the guy takes to get towards you with the plane and dive bomb you. Especially with the Hydra laser, where you will die instantly if they touch you with the cannon. You can also use some cover to help you kill planes, especially in the area with the maze bank at the construction site. You can just keep hiding behind the buildings and wait for the planes to pass by and then just spray them with a cannon and they explode. Now a couple of warnings about other vehicles. Stay away from hunters, especially with the gunner, because they can outclimb you and the gun has a really good range, and the hunters itself have also barrage that have a good range as well. So yeah, it's risky to fight a hunter, but with a gunner it's impossible to beat with a savage. Also beware of bombushkas and avengers, they have really good range, and if there's a competent gunner inside, you are screwed. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. I know some probably won't have learned anything because it's really basic and well, there's not much to the Savage to say. Like, it's a pretty easy to use helicopter. Anyway, thanks for watching.